Showing up is living life authentically. I'm Nancy Regan. I'm on a mission to connect with fascinating people who are contributing to the world around them in dynamic ways, making it a little better, brighter, or more beautiful. Join me for the journey. Today I'm showing up at the house of artists Holly Carr and Alan Bateman. Holly is a silk artist who sometimes does her paintings live on stage and is right now working on an incredible interactive art installation. I'm really excited because now she's going to put me to work.
So she's going to actually help me paint one of the large silk trees that will be as part of the Natural History Museum exhibit. You'll be able to see that as soon as you go into the museum. It will be one of the trees that will be standing there that will lead you into the animation.
Light in the Forest is an amazing, interactive, large-scale project that Holly created. It has a message around mental health that is so important to children and adults alike.
When my son was young, he had anxiety and would really, struggle with that. And we would talk about the forest and about dark and looking for light and that stuff, when he was a little kid. And so I actually built this world inspired by him and our kind of journey through his mental health. I created this giant world that everybody could get inside. That was all dark on the outside. When you got inside, it was all this light, and it was all animals and everything. And we take you from the dark to the light. And I've kind of intersected art, nature, and mental wellness.
Holly and Alan walk in nature every day. How could this place not influence her?
The museum, I went to them and said, hey, I'm building this stuff. And they go, how about you build us an installation? And so now I'm building them a Light in the Forest installation. And people can just go in this giant world of animation. You get inside and all these interactive activities that help you with your mental health, but through art and nature. Okay, so that's a dark, that's a red brown. Just gonna make sure what we've got. Okay.
This is so awesome. I've done her workshops twice before and love them so much, like just the discovery of how fun it is to put the paint on the silk. But today I get to actually paint with Holly on a canvas that is going to be part of her really meaningful show. Like, that's an honor, it's a privilege, but it's also an opportunity to just play.
The first thing I'm gonna do is draw you some branches.
I love the confidence with which you just are like, no big deal, it's just gonna be a major masterpiece.
So I'm gonna create little spaces for you to paint in.
Oh, good.
So that's kind of what I'm doing here, like creating a little spot. Mm-hmm. This will give you little spaces.
That's kind of the magic of silk painting, that the color only goes to the line. It's like it bleeds to the line and stops.
Yeah, it's like having a coloring book that's got a little bit of a barrier to it. Okay, so I'm gonna give you two yellows. So what I want you to start with, I'm gonna do one.
Okay.
And then you're gonna do the next one. Okay, so we have water. We've got a yellow here, and then we've got a bright yellow.
What is the trick to not being nervous about this?
Oh, don't be nervous.
Fear, put fear outside.
It's all good. Yep, put fear outside. She's actually painted on silk with me before. So she took a workshop with me a few years ago, and she's quite good. Like, she knows her stuff. She'll be okay. Just stay a little bit away from the line and let it go to the line.
Okay.
And then you'll take the bright. Of course, I already made a mistake, but that's okay.
Let the record show that Holly dripped. Did that. Nancy did not drip.
And then you'll pull it from the orange out.
So there's a fair bit of liquid on there.
There is, and because this brush is holding so much. Actually, I just need a dauber. Let me get a dauber.
Okay.
I'm gonna take some off.
It's so different than working with canvas.
Yeah, and it's the resist is still wet, so let me just grab a little bit, make sure. So we can daub on this thing here. There's some green in that brush still, probably from my last performance. There we go. Let's see if we can pull the yellow out. There we go. This will be so high up in the tree, it'll be okay. So you'll start right in the, and you don't have to go all the way in, just like head in there and let it flow.
Okay.
And then I'll pass you your yellow. And go right towards the point. That's it.
Yeah.
And now you'll stop and you'll pass me that, and I'm gonna pass you.
Okay. I'm not almost ready. Okay.
So you pass your yellow, and then you're gonna blend it while it's wet.
Okay, pull it down.
Pull it down.
Yeah.
That's it.
Blend it up here. Oh, you can help.
Yeah, okay.
It's probably a good idea, actually.
Add more to this too.
Yeah, the blending is like you're mixing the paint right on the silk.
It's so much fun. Okay, there you go. You can do just do half of that one, and then we'll give you some bright yellow.
I went over the line a little bit, but you know what?
No,
I think
no
that's
worries.
gonna make it even better.
Yep, and I'll switch with you right now to a bright yellow.
Mistakes to masterpieces.
There you go.
And how important is to do it while it's wet?
100%, because you get little ridges. You have to keep it smooth.
Right away.
So it's better to work while it's all wet. That's it. And I'm gonna give you some bright yellow, and you can do the one above it. So if you want to try,
Okay.
and do, let's see, try this guy here, and you barely need to just drag it. And then when you get to the tippy top, let me know, and I'm going to come in with a different color. Got our first branch. Try this one right here.
Okay.
With that color. Let's see what.
So it's going to go the whole length?
Yep.
Great.
There is keep going on top
an
of mine.
instinct I have to squash of, don't make a mistake. And I just have to silence that voice, honestly.
Yeah, because it doesn't matter anyway. First of all, I can fix anything. Second of all, you're not making any mistakes. You're good.
To me, showing up is feeling the fear and doing it anyway. And Holly's reassurance makes it pretty easy to keep going.
And I'll make sure I mark this tree so we know which one. And so this is only half of the tree. Then there's a whole other piece that has to join onto this. So you can see we're doing 10 of them. Could be time consuming.
Oh my gosh.
So 10 is 20 paintings, right? So this is going to be quite big. Unfortunately, she won't have to sew it and do all that stuff that I will have to do.
Okay, I'm going back in with some brown. Stand back, everybody. Watch out. Getting to paint with Holly Carr any day would be a treat, but getting to contribute in even the smallest way to a meaningful project like this is no less than an honor. I can't wait to see it unveiled. It's the perfectly imperfect tree. How about that?
That's
it's a showing
exactly.
up kind of tree.
No two trees are alike.
Right. The studio that Holly and Alan share is almost like the coolest tree house you've ever been in, okay? It's got Holly in one end, Alan in the other end, doing different kinds of art, but communicating and laughing and enjoying their day together, but also doing their own thing. And it's just filled with this sense of creativity and also a kind of disregard for the need to be perfect. It's not like it's all exactly in order. It's kind of a beautiful mess. And for someone like me who has judged myself when I was younger for having a messy mind and now embracing it, I just love being in this space so much.
This is good. You get me a good head start.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll stretch 2 at a time so I can match them. And then I know how they're going to.
Do you ever procrastinate?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, you do?
Who doesn't? Well, I just end up doing something else That's not as hard, and I'm still painting, but you know.
I want a little tiny one to do this because I don't want to.
Just try with your edge.
Okay.
If not, it's okay, I'll get it. I'll just make it a bigger branch. I'm just thinking, those two, see the two that are crisscross?
Okay.
Those would be good, yeah.
Yeah, there's something about the fact that adults don't play. When we play, it's almost always in some kind of structure of competition.
Yeah,
That's
we're
where it
so
really...
uptight. Actually, you can bring brown back in here too. I go right over that.
Okay, good. Soften that one a little bit.
Yeah, that looks good.
Is that okay?
Yep.
And
then a little dark in this one here.
Okay, the energy in me, I'm like, oh.
I love this.
I felt like one of the kids that Holly might have taught in the past because I see the genius of her artistic ability, but I also see what a natural teacher she is.
It's pretty cool, eh?
And relaxing is key.
It is key. Just let it go, let it flow.
It's life. That's life advice.
It is.
Not just.
Look at all this whole
Holly.
chunk that you're gonna have, and I'll take a picture when I'm done so I remember which one, and we'll call it the Nancy tree.
Have my name signed about this. I'm really proud. I know it's both of our work.
It looks
and that
terrific. You did good.
I screwed up, but
I
love it. I love doing it, and I always love hanging out with you.
Me too.
And I just want to say thank you for the way you show up in the world.
Thank you for coming, and for your chunk of painting will forever be on display somewhere in the province or beyond. So it actually, you know, you've done something very special.
That makes me
You're part of Light in the Forest.
Me so excited, and honestly, to have a little piece of all the light that's going out through that project is really makes me emotional. It's humbling. And I loved knowing that I played a little tiny
Thank you.
part.
You really did a good job. Like, I'm not kidding.
A twig.
I could keep you around and just keep you painting.
I was a twig in the forest.
You're no twig, Nancy. You're a tree.
Thank you, my friend.
Thank you for showing up.
Holly's creative work on Light in the Forest is on its way to being done, but then there's the technical work, and that's a lot.
Because I'm going to put forest bathing, so this is going to go beside it, and then we're going to have the birds tweeting. So maybe the birds tweeting on this side, right? So we need enough room for this sign here, but it's bigger than that. So let's go down that way. Yeah, I'm going to keep the tree, we need it. And then I'm hoping the birds singing will either go, might go right there on top. I'll just feel really good when everything's up and built and the tech's working, and when people come, we're not still scrambling around trying to make it work. Because a funny thing building art exhibits and installations, and what is the drive that makes you want to do this insane amount of work? And but there's something about the reveal that's very, very exciting.
I'm so excited about seeing Light in the Forest as the new version of the show. This is the book, by the way. And I've seen the installation before, but since then it's gotten bigger and better, and it is so immersive and interactive and beautiful. It's got beautiful music, and the artistic side of it, of course, is gorgeous. But more than anything, there's this underlying message that says we all have light and dark within us, and that's okay. And we're all the same. And that sense of connection is so important to make people feel that, hey, I'm enough. The Light in the Forest exhibit has a strong mental health theme, and it's all about understanding and overcoming our fears. And I can't wait to see it. This is the day the Light in the Forest exhibit launches here at the Nova Scotia Museum of Natural History. It's the culmination of so much work on Holly's part and many others, and it's a reason for celebration. The exhibit opens tonight, but the setup is still underway, and there's a lot of pieces to put together. Oh! It's so exciting.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Congratulations.
Thank you. And thank you. So beautiful.
How are you feeling? It's like the 11th hour.
We're getting there. I'm still nervous. We still have a lot to do, especially on the technical side. But once we get that done, I'll feel calmer.
This is gorgeous. Show me what else is here.
Yeah, I'll show you this. So this, you can stand in front of here and become a Luna. So if you want to stand there, we can film you and look at, now you're a Luna. And you can do little selfies and that. So this is going to be our tree that kids can actually sit around. It's a gratitude tree. So whatever they're grateful for, and then they can clip it onto here, and you can do one. And it can be a little thing, because sometimes it's really hard to find those things when you're having a bad day, but
here's mine. The way Holly shows up in the world.
Aw, that's sweet.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I'll
hang it on the tree.
Star.
Let's hang it right here.
It's really fun to get this behind-the-scenes look to see just how much work there is in getting all these pieces ready to work together to make the exhibit light up.
There. A few leaves up on the tree now. And hopefully they'll be completely filled by the end of the show.
Okay, so these trees look familiar.
Yes,
Which one is mine?
I believe this is the one we did together.
Let's look at the one that has any possible mistakes that might be mine.
There's always mistakes, but they could be mine. They don't have to be yours. But this is our
Mistakes are part
tree.
of the story, though, aren't they, I suppose?
And it was just lit up, and which is really exciting. And then what happens is they have, see all the wrinkles? I've been steaming them. So if you want help with that, you can certainly help with that. You're going to take the steamer, and this is a tree we painted. And then anytime where you see a little wrinkle, you can just touch it with the steamer gently, and it will help get some of the wrinkles out. They won't all come out, but that's okay.
The tree looks so beautiful lit up, doesn't it?
Isn't that all the beauty? See all the turquoise and browns coming through?
It's actually kind of magic to see the way the wrinkles come out of the silk. And in a way, it's a great metaphor for what you're doing when people walk through the exhibit. They come in feeling wrinkled.
All wrinkled and come smooth them out?
Yeah, love it.
Relax them.
I love seeing my part that I painted and even feeling that I made a tiny contribution to this beautiful project.
So you've taken your tree to completion.
Yeah, it's beautiful. The space is only partially set up right now, but already I can see it all coming together, and I can imagine how awesome it's going to be when it's ready.
Yeah, like we can aim it towards here and less on the trees and just as much on the screen as we can. And then I think we can size it, I'm hoping.
Okay, as long as, you just need to target it.
Okay.
Holly and Alan are an amazing couple, and people are often inspired by how they work so well as a team. This might be Holly's day, but Alan is obviously so much a part of it.
The guy over there on the tech, that's my number one, and I couldn't have done it without him. No, I've been very, very lucky that he's come along with me and believed in this too, so.
How does it feel to think that this project and the memory of experiencing this immersive exhibition is going to be an anchor for a lot of people that they can go back to and go, yeah, you know what? Everything is going to be okay.
Look, I would love that, and I'm not even joking or saying, even if it was like a couple of people.
Yeah.
The other ones come and, oh, this is pretty. I want a picture of myself with the animal. It's a win.
Yeah.
Because, someone's struggling and that deeply, and if you can have like a little impact or a little shine a little light in there, that's a worthwhile thing to do in this world. And it makes me feel grateful to be able to do it. I'm good with this.
A lot of artists worry when they unveil a new project. Will anyone show up? I think that's on Holly's mind right now, but I don't think she has anything to worry about.
There, I did a little raven for Sammy.
Holly, I hope you'll love it. Thank you.
There may have been a few wrinkles setting up in the afternoon, but it all comes together in the end.
The Nova Scotia Youth Orchestra, when you hear music, that is who's singing. So come on in. There's lots of interactive pieces, so I'll start with those. So come in through here. Come to the world here.
This is Holly's creativity on display, not only in the art pieces, but also in all the thoughtful little ways she's made the exhibit interactive. So there's the little station where kids or adults can do yoga with the animated bear. There's an art station where you create your own beauty. I love the whiteboard where you can write what makes you happy. There's a station where you can create a gratitude leaf and hang it with all the others.
You can come right inside, guys. You don't just stand here. Go on inside of it. That's the idea, is you go on in and sit on the floor, stand, do whatever you want. That is Melissa Labrador doing the heartbeat drum. It's a traditional drum, an Indigenous drum.
This show is absolutely designed for children and adults alike. Maybe it's for the child within us all.
The idea is to get inside of it and not be worried about you're not blocking it. And the animation will go right over top of you.
Knowing all the love that Holly has poured into this project, it's beautiful to see the audience feeling it. It's like everyone is just relaxing in the forest.
You question it all the time, like, is this just in my mind? Is this, will people respond to what I'm putting out there? And you're in a very vulnerable position because it's all you and it's everywhere and you can't hide from it. So when people come and they're kind and they interact and had some really kind words, that fills me up and it makes it all worth it. And always, it's a thing that I have to remind myself when I'm feeling stressed or whatever, that just like I'm telling everybody it's gonna be okay, that yeah, things generally are okay. Yeah, so yeah, and this was a joy. I'm overwhelmed that people showed up on a Thursday night. So yeah, so it was a wonderful evening. Yeah.
The way I think about it, the journey to really showing up in the world and being able to make a meaningful contribution involves getting in touch with your own inner light. And it's really exciting to think about all the sparks Holly is going to create in the people who experience this immersive exhibit.